Follow me. We are about to make Italian wedding soup. We're going to the grocery store to grab some quick ingredients and then let the soup begin. Yum, 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 yum. Y'all know I'm choosing joy. Okay, I'm back. I've already harvested some mustard and turnip greens. Let's get started with making these meatballs. Now before we make all the meatballs, I'm going to test one. Remember, I don't want to make a whole bunch of meatballs and then they are not to my liking with the seasonings. And then once you've made them all and you've cooked them, there's nothing else you can do. So let's just put one on the stove. And that's my frying pan. It's a little bit of water on the bottom of it. Don't worry about that. Taste it and come back and see if we can go ahead and make all the rest of the meatballs. As these were cooking up, I realized one thing that I wanted inside of these, and that's sage. It definitely needs sage. So I have some in the garden. I don't feel like going back out there. I'm gonna use ground sage. And then we'll start forming the meatballs. Why not fennel? I'm gonna add some fennel as well. Now that the meatballs are in the oven, we are going to concentrate on making the stock. Now I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I already have stock in the cabinet. Y'all already know I can, so that's what we're pulling out right now. But if you don't already have prepared stock, you could always use bouillon powder. Don't use too much because it's very salty. I'm also going to make some pearl couscous. I had Italian wedding soup to begin with. I didn't have it with rice, and it made such an impression on me that that's the reason why I want to make it all the time. Let's get started with this stock and wait for these meatballs to come out. My meatballs are ready. Funny story. I have a really good friend who always purchased packaged meatballs whenever she was going to a party or whatever. And she's like, I just don't know how to make meatballs like you. They taste so good. And I said, I didn't know how to make meatballs either until I started putting them in the oven. For some reason, if I tried to do meatballs in a skillet, a frying pan on the stove, they end up all crumbling because I don't have the patience to just leave them alone. So when I put them in the oven, guess what? I have no other choice but to leave them alone. But she said, I did exactly what you said. I put them in the oven and then they had all of this white stuff around them. And I washed it off. I said, girl, you wash your meatballs off? She said, yes. I said, you just washed all the seasoning off. All you have to do, pick up the meatball. The white stuff stays on the tray. Dump it in your spaghetti sauce or your soup or whatever it is. That's just the juices coming off the meat. It's cooking. So don't worry about that. If you have meatballs, you put them in the oven and there's a bunch of white stuff on it. Once you take them out of the oven, pay that no mind. Just lift your little cute little meatballs off of there and put them in whatever sauce you want to put them in. Tip from me. I just tasted one of these meatballs and oh my God. I'm glad I put that fennel and that sage in there. That's delicious. It's all done. Wow. The couscous. Y'all know I added mushrooms because I have to have mushrooms in almost everything. The meatballs are so good. And it's just that clear broth that brings it all together. Delicious, guys. Fresh ingredients, remember that. Make your own meatballs. It's a snap. And you will have a delicious, quick meal. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell others about this channel. Why? Because we're spreading joy around here, y'all. Bye. Till next time. Happy eating.